Good morning. What's up, YouTube? How we doing? There we go. It's a little better. Just getting set up. I wanted to hop on here a couple minutes early, make sure y'all could see me, get everything ready to go. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Super excited. Hi, Beth. Great to see you again. We are going to swing some bells. Today is a little bit more educational. I'm just going to take a few minutes here to set up. So just make sure you have I would say a medium-sized bell, and I know that means something different for everybody, but grab one of those. Make sure you got some water. And I'm going to get Instagram all ready to go. All right. Live. Boom. Good morning. Okay. I don't know what that means, but here we go. Boom. All right. All right. We got both parties live. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, YouTube. I always cut off my face a little bit. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Happy Tuesday. My name is Danielle Gertner, if we haven't met before. And today we're going to be talking about mastering your kettlebell swing. I'm super excited about today's live. We're going to be about 30 minutes if you want to join in. If the kettlebell swing is something that you've wanted to learn more about, wanted to practice a little bit more. So we're going to go into a little bit of education, a couple drills, and then we're going to go through a couple different variations of a kettlebell swing. So come on in, grab your bells. I'm just going to turn these things a little bit, make sure everyone can see. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I'm just going to post this in. Master Your KB Swing with Danielle Gertner. What's up, fam? How are you? Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Come on down. Grab your bells. Pin comment. There we go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And then I am going to turn off commenting. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's very distracting. Feel free to send a DM if you have any questions as we go. But I think we're all locked and loaded, y'all. All right, welcome in. Like I said, happy Tuesday. My name is Danielle Gertner. If we've never met before, calling in from Austin, Texas. And like I said, today we're going over Master the Kettlebell Swing. I think one of the most powerful, most functional movements that are out there that I think everybody should learn. And so we're going to cover that today. So we're going to go through a little warm up. Today I'm going to be rocking the 35-pound and my 25-pound powder coated kettlebell. Like I mentioned earlier to YouTube, suggest a light medium weight. If you're more advanced, grab a heavier weight. But today, again, is a little bit more about practicing the form. So you don't need to go super, super heavy. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into it, y'all. I don't want to waste any time. Come on in. And we're going to go ahead and start with a warm up. We're going to get into our kneeling spinal wave position. Nice long arms. Sit those hips back nice and long. And what we're going to do is we press into the ground. I'm going to start by rounding my lower spine. Round. Peel myself all the way over my wrist, drop my hips down, roll my shoulders back, tilt that chin up to the sky. Let's go ahead and look over that right shoulder and that left shoulder. Beautiful. And then we're going to reverse that. So we'll tuck the chin, push away from the ground, push, all the way back into those heels. Let's do that 2 more times. Gotta get the YouTube a little lower. Beautiful. 2 more times. All right, nice long arms. Rounding the spine, just kind of waking everything up. Roll those shoulders back. Look to the right. Look to the left. Tuck it in. Send it back. Last one, best one. Oh, yeah. Should feel real good. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and get into a tabletop position. I'm just going to go through a couple rounds of cat-cow. Big inhale and roll the shoulders back. Chin goes up to the sky, tailbone up to the sky. And then as I exhale, I'm going to round the spine, push into the ground, really tuck that pelvis under. Let's do 2 more. Waking everything up, letting the beautiful body know that we're about to move, about to sweat. Awesome. All right, create maybe a little bit more space between your hands and your knees. We're going to step that right foot to the outside of our right hand. One big rock forward and back. We're going to hit 4 of these per side. Big rock forward into that hip, back, sit into that hamstring. Starting to notice how the body's feeling today. Mom's feeling really tight. And if you've done my workouts before on Kettlebell Kings, you know I usually kick your ass and my ass. I definitely kick my ass. So again, today is going to be a little bit more educational, which I'm very excited about. We're definitely going to get some movement in as we practice these swings. Same thing on the left side, y'all, if you saw I switched legs. But this is such a great movement, and I've seen so much benefit from my own training and my clients' training. So I really wanted to chat about the swing. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that's nice. Cool. Let's go to the side. We'll do a couple more here, and then we're gonna get into more of our drills. All right. So I'm gonna stick one leg out to the side. Let's try to be flat with this foot. Okay. Toes turn forward, knees turn forward, and I'm gonna sit back into that heel, kind of like what we were doing earlier, child's pose, and then I'm gonna send the hips forward, tucking the butt cheeks. I'll show you from the side, just so you can see, sitting back and rocking forward, trying to keep this foot flat on the ground. As I do so, feeling that groin really activate. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and hit the other side. Nice long leg. Hands right out in front of you. Sit back and forward. Beautiful. Ooh, I'm feeling all types of tight here today. 2 more. Awesome. Cool. So warmed up a little bit. There's a lot more that we're going to do. Let's get into some hip circles. Let me see. Hip circles. Yeah. All right. So hands under the shoulders. I'm going to bring that knee in, open out to the side, behind, down, and around. Let's go 3 one way. Try not to let yourself open up too much. Really let the movement come from the hip. It doesn't have to be super big. And then let's reverse that. So we'll start from the back, open out to the side, and bring it in. We're going to be using these hips on these glutes today. 1 more. Beautiful. Let's switch it up to the other side. Coming in, open. Beautiful. Really driving into those hands. Good. 3 one way. And we're going to reverse that. 3 the other way. Beautiful. All right, stand it up. Let's get into them hips a little bit more. All right, y'all. So we're going to do a couple hinges. Obviously, the hinge is a big part. Maybe it's not obvious. The hinge is a big part of the kettlebell swing. So let's make sure that we warm that up. Feet gripping into the ground. We're going to talk about the feet in just a second. I want you to imagine you got karate chopped at the hips. Send those hips back. We're going to go arms nice and long. Reach, reach, reach. I'm going to sweep my arms around behind my back. Pinch my elbows together as best as I can. Unlock those hands. Bring it back around. Stand up and squeeze. Let's go again. Big reach. Pinch. Unwind. Stand. Nice. Last one. Big reach. All the way around town. Pinch. And stand. Beautiful. All right. Let's get into these foundations of the kettlebell swing. I'm going to go ahead and grab my lighter kettlebell. Right. Like I said, I'm using the 25-pound powder coated. So whatever feels best for you. I usually get the question, what weight should I start with? And it really depends. I think it depends on your level and it depends on your body type and size. But I think to really feel the momentum of a swing, which we're also going to talk about in a second, you need a little bit of weight. I think if you were swinging a 5-pound kettlebell, you wouldn't quite feel the gravitational pull of the kettlebell on the way back from the swing. So I think an 8 kg is a cool place to start. I feel like most people can handle that. So whatever weight you're grabbing is great, but let's go over the foundations of the swing. And I'm going to do this pretty short. I lead a much longer workshop on this, usually in Austin, but I want to get to the foundations and really drive it home. I think a lot of times I've seen a lot of coaches overcomplicate the explanation to a client. And I think it really depends on who you typically work with, but I work with everyday athletes, is what I call them. And I want my clients to feel powerful. I want them to feel successful in our sessions together. And so I keep this really simple. So the first thing when we're setting up a swing, we're going to start with the feet. We're going to start with making sure we spread those toes nice and wide. I'm going to drive my toes into the ground, and then I'm going to externally rotate. So if you really turn on, my core turn on, and I really want to generate tension throughout my entire body, right? I want to be nice and powerful and really radiate that tension throughout. So moving up here, now that I'm corkscrewed in, I want to make sure that I start with a nice tall stance, that I'm really owning my upper back. I'm really owning my power here. And this is going to be our grounding starting point of the swing. And in terms of a traditional swing setup, and YouTube, you don't need to see my face a ton, but you do need to see my feet. This is a really simple way to set this up, and you might adjust it a little bit to your level. But I like to teach my clients big toe to the back of the bell, and then we're going to line the other foot up right behind it without falling over. And then we're going to step one leg out to the side and the other leg slightly out to the side. So now I make this triangle position. All right, so from the front, just so y'all can see it, big toe lines up, other foot lines up behind. Wow, my balance is shit today. And then watch here, I just step up slightly out to the one side, slightly out to the other side. This might differ a little bit depending on who you're working with and their body type. And we're not going to go into all the details of that. But generally, I am a little bit wider of a swinger. I'd say I'd go a little bit wider than hips width distance. This feels really comfortable for me. You can also ask somebody to do a tuck jump and see where their feet land. And where their feet land is a pretty accurate depiction of where they should squat from, where they should swing from. Again, these are like simple tools if you're in a group coaching, a group fitness class, and you need to get everybody to get this down pretty quickly. So here's my triangle. This is my triangle. We're going to call it the triangle of awesomeness. All right. Kettlebells at the tip of that triangle. Feet are glued into the ground right behind. So I have this nice tall posture, and I literally make my clients go through this checklist. Now YouTube's just staring at my feet. I actually bring my clients through this checklist. So my feet are gripped into the ground. I'm externally rotating. Now let's talk about this hinge motion, because this tends to be really hard for people. I feel like most people on the street, if you're like, hey, show me a squat, people get into a squat. But if you say, show me a hinge, they're not entirely sure what that means. And so I have a funny thing that I like to share with my clients. It's kind of my signature cue that is spread, and that is sun the butthole. If that works for you, awesome. If that's a little too out there for you, you can also talk about or use the cue closing the car door with your butt. I like sun the butthole, or you could do karate chopping at the hips. So this is how we teach the hinge motion. So there's a soft bend in the knees, the back is nice and flat, and we're not going to be so parallel at the bottom of our swing. We will have a tiny little sit to it, so our chest is a little bit more upright. But if we can at least get our clients to get to this position. So this is what I want you to do. Karate chop at the hips, send those hips back, sun the butthole, and then we're going to drive through the glutes to pop those hips back up in a nice neutral spine. Now, one of the biggest things I tend to see with kettlebell swings is this overextension of the spine. This slight lean back as the kettlebell comes up. I've done that for a long time, and I've effed up my back, so don't do that. So we are standing straight up. I like to think about, I'm going to drive my head up through the ceiling. Okay, so we've got the feet, we've got the nice proud chest, right? I'm going to send the hips back. And then I'm going to do like Legally Blonde, bend and snap. I'm going to bend and I'm going to snap. I want to drive power through my hips. This is a powerful, aggressive movement. And this is what we need to do to make sure that that power is translated through the bell. Now, let's talk about the weight of the bell. I know we haven't picked it up yet, but we are here in just a second. I want to feel the momentum of the bell. I don't want to fight the bell. I don't want to fight life, right? I think kettlebells is such a beautiful a beautiful representation of energy and how we move with energy and connect with energy in life. Because in order to do a great kettlebell swing, you have to go with the flow and use the kettlebell as a tool and work with the kettlebell versus against it. And so when we are going to do the kettlebell swing, there's going to be a point of weightlessness up here at the top position, which this is the top position, by the way. Arms about eye level or chin level, core is nice and engaged, glutes are nice and tight. I'm standing up straight. And now people ask me all the time, like, Danielle, sometimes you swing when the kettle with your elbows bent. What's the difference? And it's core engagement. So out here, I'm going to have a little bit more core engagement than I am in here. And also like my center of gravity, I can bring the bell closer to my center of mass. So when I'm swinging a heavier bell and I can't fully control it out here yet, I will bend my elbows to give myself a little bit more control and keep the weight under me. So now that I talked a lot, let's put a bell. Let's do this with our bell. So go ahead and set up your foundation. I'm just looking at my notes. I want to make sure that I went through all the things that I want to go through. So just a review here. I start with the feet. I'm externally rotating. Here's the checklist I'll go through. My glutes are nice and engaged. I'm standing up nice and tall. And I call this like Superman, right? And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hinge at the hips to grab the top of my bell. I'm not done yet though, right? Because I'm really hinged over right now. This would be a really weird place for me to swing from. And so the next step here is going to be slightly dropping the butt and ripping the bell apart. That's a cue that I really like. I'm ripping the bell in half. That's going to allow me to engage those lats and really have a strong starting position. Now I'm going to tilt the bell towards me. See how that automatically put me slightly a little bit more back into my heels and into my glutes. I don't want to be all the way on my heels. We're not lifting our toes. We still need to be driving into the ground, big toe, little toe, and heel. But this is going to allow me to really load up that power back here. So then I'm going to take a big deep breath in. And as I swing the bell, I'm going to hike it back almost like a football. Hike, pop, pop, pop. All right, just like so. And it's like a pendulum. So the top point part of the swing is the point of weightlessness. The bell will start to come down, and then I'm going to drive through those glutes, and I'm going to flick those hips forward, bend and snap, to allow the power, my glute power, to push the bell back up. So as I like to tell my clients, sun the butthole, hide the butthole. And if that works for you, awesome. But car door, or you're mooning somebody behind you, whatever that cue is. The other thing that I want to say, and then we're going to actually swing some shit, is the hand should be pretty close to your pelvis. And when I did my kettlebell cert, they used a cue that I really liked, thumb in the bum. All right, so we want those hands. Oftentimes we see people reaching really low. All right, and this can hurt the back. So we want to stay nice and close to the body. Bottom position, top position from the side, bottom position, top position. Okay, so that's the bottom and the top. Let's swing. All right, so let's practice this. We're going to try 10 kettlebell swings, and I want you to think again about the power. You want to be powerful. You want to show the world that you're here and that you're ready. So we're going to go 10 swings, and then, well, before we do that, actually, let me just share the best way to put the bell down when you're done with your swings, because I see this a lot too. Somebody will be swinging, and they'll go, ugh, and they'll like try to slow it down with their back. What we want to do when we're swinging is sit. All right, so it'll return us right back to that starting position. All right, so we're going to go over the traditional swing, which we just did go over the traditional swing. We will also go over a hike swing, a dead stop swing, and a staggered stance swing. I'm like out of breath just demoing that. So let's try our traditional swing. We're going to go through the entire checklist. And YouTube, I'm going to drop y'all down to 10 so that you can see. All right, I got my bell set up. So we talked about big toe, lining the other foot behind, and then I step slightly out. And now I have my triangle of awesomeness. If you remember, first part of the checklist, we start with the feet. I'm going to grip the ground. I'm going to externally rotate. Glutes are turned on. I'm standing up nice and tall. I'm driving power through my body. Everything is nice and engaged. All right, now that I feel that, I'm going to chop at the hips, sun the butthole. I'm going to send myself back into a hinge. From this position, I'm going to reach for the bell. I'm going to sit my butt slightly lower. I'm going to rip the kettlebell in half and tilt it towards me. And now we are in the prime position to start our kettlebell swings. So 10 of them. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Rip and pop. That's 2. 3, feeling the momentum. If you're fighting the bell, the arms should be really relaxed. The power is coming from the hips. I don't even know what number I'm on. We'll go 3 more. 2, 3, and then remember we sit down to place it down safely. Beautiful. All right, so that is the traditional swing. And there's a lot of, I would say there's some debate out there with how parallel you should be, right? Should you be this low versus here? I think this gives us a lot more glute power. If you think about it, we won't jump from this position. I wouldn't jump from this position, but I would jump and load from this position. So this is why we teach it this way. I learned this way, and sometimes I still catch myself very hinged. We're all humans and we're all growing, but I definitely feel a lot more power when I'm sitting a little bit lower. So cool, that was the kettlebell traditional swing. Let's go into the dead stop swing. So the dead stop swing I really love because it allows us to practice deceleration, which allows us to really engage the core more. And so when we talk about a dead stop swing, we're gonna pause very briefly in between each swing. I tap the bell down just for a second, and that's where the deceleration comes in. So if you notice, I have my setup, I sit, I'm back at my original setup, and I go right back into that variation. So we're gonna go ahead and try 10 of those. Again, you're tapping the bell down for a second, and you're driving right back up again. And I want you to really pay attention to your core here. How are you feeling? And are you concentrating on using your core to help you slow down the bell? All right, so let's get into our position again. We'll go a little faster through it, but I do want to drill this in. Eventually, this will just become how you set up. You'll find the stance that works for you. Externally rotating, standing up nice and tall, hinge at the hips, sit. All right, 10 dead stop swings. 3, 2, 1, let's get it. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Get it. 5. 6. Come on. That's 7. 8. 9. And oh shit, that's 10. I almost put it down. I was like, that's 10. All right. Awesome. So curious, and I know I turned comments off, but curious in your own body and brain, what difference did you feel between the traditional and the dead stop? I definitely feel more of my core. I also feel more of my glutes because I'm sitting in between each one as I tap it down. Cool? All right, we've got 2 more variations to go over. We're doing fantastic on time. So out of breath. Quick water break. Coconut water break. Okay, so second to last, we're going to learn all of these in a B stance, a staggered stance position as well, because I love doing staggered stance swings. I think it's a great way to progress some of these movements. It's like if you're going to do a traditional deadlift and then you wanted to go to a staggered stance deadlift and eventually a single leg deadlift. I've never seen somebody do a single leg swing. Yeah, I'm not going to try it on. Let me practice first, then I'll show you. But I really love this variation of a swing. I call it a hike swing. I don't know what its formal name is, but it's a really, really powerful movement. A lot of recruitment, but also timing is super important. So I'm going to show it to you first, and then we'll break this down. So this is a hike swing, right? I went through my setup, nice, powerful stance. So as the bell comes up on that second swing, I sit my butt low into a squat, just like so. Okay? So let's go over this without the bell. I set up, right? Feet externally rotated, hips, powerful stance, sun the butthole. I sit a little bit, right? Nice bottom position. I lock those lats in. Eyes are nice and neutral. I swing, regular swing. It's going to come back down. And as it comes forward again, I'm going to use my glute power. I'm going to sit and use my core to pop that kettlebell forward in the squat position. Same thing, point of weightlessness here. It's going to come back. I'll lift my hips slightly, and I go back to my traditional swing stance. I pop up. It comes back. I sit low. I bring the hips slightly up, and I return. So this is what we're looking at when we do the hike swing, okay? This is more advanced, okay? Maybe try this with a little bit lighter weight. I think this is such an excellent one to throw in. Again, glute power, and also to really master timing. And in order to master timing, you have to be connected to your breath and connected to the bell. So let's try these. You got this. We're going to try 10 of them, which is a lot. You're going to feel it in the quads. You're going to feel it in the glutes. So we're going to go through our setup. Externally rotating, nice tall stance. Send those hips back. Rip the bell in half again. And I'm able to see myself looking at the screen, but it might be wise to take a video of yourself so you can slow the video down and see your positions. I really like doing that with clients. Okay, here we go. 10 hike swings. 3, 2, 1. Sit. Feel the point of weightlessness at the top. Feel the core engage. Good. This is 3. Oh, it's burning. You got it. That's 5. Keeping those shoulders nice and tight, that proud chest. We're almost there. I think that's 8. I don't know. 9 and 10. And I place it down. Oh, man. That'll get you good. All right. That's definitely one to practice. Definitely one to practice. A really fun one to practice. So you have learned a little bit more about the traditional swing, the dead stop swing, and the hike swing. It's amazing how much swings will get your heart rate up. So now let's talk about the B stance staggered swing. I've been playing with these a lot, and it's so fun. So fun to challenge your body and mind in different ways. And again, as I mentioned, this is a great way to progress a kettlebell movement. So it's going to be the same original setup with the feet. Something that I like to teach is whatever that kettlebell stance was for your traditional stance, you're going to take whatever leg is going to be the kickstand, and you're going to send it straight back. I like my toe to be in line with my heel, okay? Another way of seeing this is make an L with your feet like a ballerina, and then kickstand that foot. This feels a little bit too narrow for me. So again, going back to trusting your own body, right? There is form, and it's super important. And there is a way, and as a coach, things that we look for, but also as an individual, know what feels good and makes sense for your body. And this is just a teeny tiny bit. Like if I were to put my foot down, that feels really narrow for me. I don't squat like that. I don't swing like that. So I'm going to go a little bit wider. We don't want to be too wide. We want to keep, again, the groundedness under our center of mass. But that's what it looks like. And so from the side, again, I'm in my traditional swing, and then whatever leg is going to go in line. Those toes are going to be in line with my heel. Everything else stays the same here, y'all. I grip the ground. I externally rotate. Everything except that now we're going to swing with a single arm. But I externally rotate, nice proud chest, creating a lot of tension, chopping at the hips. I'm going to send those hips back. I want to grab the kettlebell with whatever hand I have most room to swing. So that's going to be the opposite hand of whatever foot is in front, or if it helps your brain to think about whatever leg is back, that's the arm I'm going to grab with. So I actually have room to swing. So again, everything else stays the same. I hinge. I'm going to grab my bell. I'm going to sit slightly lower. I'm going to pull that kettlebell back towards me, probably be a little bit more in front of me, just like so. So now we're like, we're still in a triangle, just not an equilateral triangle, all right? So I'm gonna pull it back, roll those shoulders back. Again, now the power is gonna come from this stable leg up here. All right? And same thing, I place it down. Now, I wanna show this from the front because I have a slight internal rotation when I swing. Again, I'm sure different coaches will say different things. This feels good for me and allows me to really engage my lats, my chest, and my back simultaneously. So from the front, it looks like this. I also think slightly thumb in the bum. So that slight internal rotation right here. It's not a ton, but it's there versus a more neutral grip. So find what feels good for you. So we're going to practice that one first. We're going to do, let's do 5 per leg, single arm staggered stance swing. The actual progression for my coaching fanatics out there, they're like, that's not the proper progression. We would have gone from a traditional swing with both feet on the ground into a single arm swing with both feet on the ground. That would be the next progression is, can you do this with one arm? Can you switch, right? But we're jumping levels today, all right? So let's go 5 staggered stance swings per side. I'm gonna do it from the side so you can see the hinge position. So again, line up your bell, boom, find your stance. Whatever leg steps back, toes in line with the heel. Same setup here. Hips are gonna go back. Reach for my bell, lock it in. Nice proud chest, nice load in the glutes. 5 per side. 3, 2, 1. That's 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. I also forgot to mention, a lot of times people are like, well, what do I do with my other hand? And if you'll notice, my hand comes back with the bell and then it comes up. I have this tendency to cross my arm. I think for me, it's just a reminder to stay stable, right? I've seen different things. I've seen people just swing from this position, keeping the shoulders balanced. You know, I think you find your thing. But we don't want to be like loosey-goosey with the arm. We want to create that tension. We're still creating tension throughout the entire body. And so having my hand here, right, if you notice when it's back here, it's powerful. It's not just out here chilling. All right, it's got intention. Boom, as I pop it back up. Everything has intention. All right, other side. I could seriously talk about kettlebell swings all day because they're really awesome. All right, kickstanding on the other side, finding your stance, locking it in. 5 of them. 3, 2, 1. That's 4. That's 5. Beautiful. And if you notice, as I stood up, I really tucked that butt cheek, right? I really made sure that butt cheek was tight and engaged. Okay, so that is the B stance or staggered stance, single arm, traditional swing. And now we're gonna do the dead stop swing. So again, this is where we pause for a second at the bottom. I think these are really challenging in a staggered stance position because you're really having to rely on the stability of that grounded leg. So let's try it. 5 dead stop swings per side. Then I'll show you very briefly, just checking on time, very briefly, the hike swing variation that I discovered. Shout out to my friend Danielle that introduced me to this for the first time. And I was like, holy crap, this is so cool. So we're going to play with a hike swing variation. And then we're going to do just a little flow. Put it all together. Make sure that you got it all locked in. So 5 dead stop staggered stance swings. As you can see, I'm kind of jumping steps here because I've done this enough times to know what's the position that feels comfortable for me. But take your time. Go back through the checklist. Make sure everything feels really good. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tap. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Awesome. Yeah, so you should really feel that stability. Glad you guys are finding it to be great information. You should really feel that stability in that glute. All right, hitting the other side. I have a tendency, y'all, and I'm just calling myself up because I'm aware of what my body's doing. I have a tendency to be really far back in my B stance swing. So I always look down and I'm like, where'd you go, little toe? So again, we really want to make sure that that toe is pretty in line with that heel. We don't want to be super, super far back. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Sit. Good. You got it. That was 2. That's 4. That's 5. Nice job, y'all. All right, hamstring should be lit up. Quad should be lit up. Amazing job. I'm already sweating already. Okay, grab a sip of water. We're going to go over our last variation, which is the hike swing in the staggered stance position. Also more advanced. If you don't feel comfortable doing this and just want to watch, cool. This is going to require stability, as they all do, core stability, and also to feel the timing, as you felt when you did the hike swing from the 2 feet on the ground flat position. All righty, y'all. Let's see. So let me show you what this looks like. Swing, sit, sit. All right, so we're gonna do, you've probably maybe seen these like B stance squats before. Yeah, that knee comes out slightly. You could do it either way. Naturally, my hip just goes a little bit wider. As long as you have the range of motion, you're Gucci, all right? So this is, you won't be this low. You're gonna be like here, all right? That's the position that we're getting into at the bottom part of the swing. Again, hips come up slightly, stand tall for the top of the swing, hinge, sit, hinge, sit, all right? And then I'll show you an even cooler version right after that, all right? So let's try 5 of those per leg. See how it goes. This is all an experiment. We're learning, we're growing. I'm glad I'm just looking at the YouTube comments. All right, y'all, let's try it. 5 staggered stance, hike swings per side. Go through your checklist. Make sure we stay with good form. I know we've been doing a lot of swings, but we want to make sure that that form stays locked and loaded. All right. I'm externally rotating, and yes, you can externally rotate through your toes. Now, I don't want you to be super wide. That tends to happen to me, but I want to create some tension. So I'm really pushing down through my toes as I'm externally rotating. I'm not just kind of like half-ass putting the leg out there, okay? All right, let's get it, fam. 3, 2, 1. And sit. That's 1, 2. That's 4. Last one. 5. Beautiful. Yeah. Spicy. Spicy. All right, we're going to do the other side. Let me just put the mane up real quick. Give you guys a little break. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're learning some new things, some new tools for your tool belt. That's all this is. We're all learning and growing. We're all learning and growing. I learn so much every day. I did not swing like this when I first learned kettlebells. It takes time for the body to really connect, I think, with a tool. All right, 5 on the other side. Here we go. Lock it in. 3, 2, 1. That's 4. Last one. That was 5. Amazing job. Whew. Lit up, y'all. Lit up. Okay, so we're going to put it all together. Just a quick little combo. Want to make sure that the information stays fresh in your brain. So we're going to start with 5 traditional swings into 5 dead stop swings into 5 hike swings. Pretty simple. I'll be doing it with you. And then we're going to do 5 B stance, just like we did. 5 stagger stance regular swing into dead stop. We're going to stay. Ooh, this would be mean. We are going to stay on one side. And we're going to do the 5 regular, 5 dead stop, 5 hike, and then we'll switch. So it'll be 15 swings per leg. And that's round 1. We're going to do 3 rounds. As I'm saying that, I'm like, ugh. We're going to do 3 rounds. We got it, okay? This is our last thing that we're going to do. Make sure that the form is locked in. I'm going to be with you the entire time. And this is your opportunity to explore. This is your opportunity to explore. Maybe the first round, you stand a certain way. You're really paying attention to how your body feels. You're like, you know what, next round, I'm going to try to go maybe a little bit wider or a little narrower or whatever it is. Feel free to explore a little bit. As long as we're staying present with our body and we're staying connected and we're staying tense and we're creating that tightness, we're going to feel really good, okay? So let's get 5 regular, 5 dead stop, 5 hike swings. We'll take a pause and then we'll go single side. All right, 5 regular. Let's go through our checklist. Boom, boom. Grip the ground, externally rotate, sun the butthole, reach, slight sit, pull back. 3, 2, 1. Stand up nice and tall. That's 3. That's 4. We're going into dead stop. Ooh. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hike swings. 1, 2. You got it. 3, 4, 5. Oh man. How'd that go? That was good. That was spicy. All right, I changed my mind. On the staggered stance, we're going to do 3 of everything so we can survive 3 rounds. Great job, y'all. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the B stance. Man, it's amazing how sweaty this will get you, right? Because it really is a total body movement. It requires all of us to be engaged. Cool. All right. This is me stalling for more reps, if you haven't noticed. Okay, B stance. Let's go. So remember, 3. We'll go 3, 3, 3. Because I do want to get through 3 rounds. And I'm going to go up in weight on the next round if you want to try. 3 traditional, 3 dead stop, 3 hike. All right. Set yourself up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 3 traditional. 1, 2, 3. 3 dead stop. Woo. 1, 2, 3. And ready? 3 hike. Relax. Beautiful. Other side. Let's pull on my pinky finger weird. Anybody else like so tired? You're tired. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Traditional. 2, 3. Into dead stop. All right, hike. Beautiful. Wow. Breathe. Okay. Oh, how are we feeling? Sweaty. That was awesome. Okay. For the sake of time, because we're going to go till 9:45, we're just going to do one more round, okay? 5 of our same thing, 5, 5, 5, and then 3, 3, 3 on both sides. Let's take 30 more seconds. How are we doing, y'all? Feeling good? Hopefully learning something new cue, new way to think about it. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want you to notice real quick your self-talk. I said earlier, the kettlebell is, I think, a really beautiful metaphor for life. We have to be rigid. We are not rigid. We have to be strong, grounded. Our feet are grounded. Our posture is grounded. We're solid. And at the same time, we're fluid. We're allowing the momentum of the bell to guide us. We're not afraid to be guided by the bell, knowing that it's like the masculine and the feminine. We're not going to get really into that, but being grounded and also having that flow is really beautiful, and it's necessary to have both. If you're too rigid, you ever see people try to fight muscle a kettlebell swing, you can just see something looks weird, right? So it's really marrying the two. Excuse me, that was so beautiful. Okay, let's do it again. All right, 5, 5, 5. Here we go. Last thing we're going to do together today, and then we'll cool down. Let's get everything set up. Go through your checklist. We got 5 traditional, 5 hike swings, and 5 traditional, 5 dead stop, 5 hike swings in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Give me your best swings. I said I was going to go up and wait. 4. That's 5. And dead stop. Tap. That's 2. Keep your posture. All right, hike. Sit. Keep your toes down. Doing great. Last 2. You did it. Okay. 3 per side. My cat's just over here like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Woman. All right. Take about 15 more seconds. Take some deep breaths. Another reason I love kettlebell so much is what I said earlier. The whole body has to be engaged. And feeling that unity between my body is really nice. All right, here we go. I'm going to go live one day and talk about all the ways kettlebells represent life. All right, I'm gonna do my opposite leg first. This time, if you want to join me, remember 3 regular, 3 dead stop, and 3 hike swings. Okay, let's get it ready. 3, 2, 1. 3 dead. Tap. Come on now. Last little bit. All right, here we go. Hike swing. Beautiful. All right. Other side. Last one. Last one. Other side. Man, my hammies and my booties. Gonna feel it tomorrow. All right, here we go. Traditional 3, 2, 1. 3 dead. And 3 high. Oh, that was weird. Just go with the flow. It's okay. 3. Boom. We did that, y'all. Great job. Instagram 5. YouTube 5. Beautiful. All right, y'all. How do you say we cool it down? How are we feeling? Good? Yeah? Learn something new? Yeah, holy moly's right. All right. Lower you guys down. Turn y'all a little bit. Great stuff. Cool. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. We just did a lot of hammies, lower back, core. So let's go ahead and decompress the lower back. We're going to get into a little ball. A little ball. Rock a little side to side. Start to focus on your breath. Oh, yeah. That's nice. All right, we're going to go ahead and extend the right leg down. Left leg into the chest. Going to fold over the body. Arms going to go out to a T. Let's try to keep those shoulders on the ground and really let gravity do its job, pulling this leg down. If you want a little extra, you can place that hand on top, but really trying to keep those shoulder blades down on the ground. Feeling that expansion happening in the left side body. Take a big deep breath into those left ribs. Beautiful. Gently come back to center. Bring that right leg in. Nice little rock side to side. Left leg goes out. Right leg now comes up and over. Arms stay in a T. Again, letting gravity, my back always cracks in this position. It's so nice. Letting gravity do its job. If you want extra, put that hand there. This is plenty for me. Breathing into that right side body. Bringing back through center. Wow. Rock a little bit side to side. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll all the way over onto our stomachs. All right. We're going to do the same thing, but reversed. All right. Right ear to the ground. Left leg comes up and over. If you can touch the ground with this foot and make this knee active, don't just let it fall. If you can, push out slightly for a deeper stretch. Gently come back through center. Up and over to the other side. Big reach with that foot. Breathe. Come back through center. Arms slide under the armpits. I'm going to peel myself up. And I'm going to round myself. I'm going to sit on my kettlebell, round myself all the way back. We're just going to finish with 3 spinal waves, just like we started. Making sure everything knows that it's okay to relax. Y'all did amazing today. Thank you so much. Last one. Beautiful. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I'll come a little closer. Like I said, my name is Danielle Gertner. Whoa, that's this kettlebell swing workout. Thank you so much for being here. Follow me on Instagram. I would love to connect with you. And YouTubers, thank you always for being amazing. Check out Kettlebell Kings if you need bells. They have the best bells in the biz. Like I said, I was using the powder-coated kettlebell. I really love them. I know some people love the competition bells. Those are cool too, but I'm just give me some steel. So I really, really love these. So check them out. I appreciate y'all, and I hope to see you next month. As always, feel free to message me. Give me some ideas of things that you want to see and learn. If you like my high intensity kick your ass workouts, I'll keep bringing them. This is definitely a new thing for me to do, a little bit more educational. So I appreciate y'all, and I hope you have a great day. All right. Take care. Bye, bye, bye. Bye.